Good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Tonight we are going to talk about Guild of Guardian and why is it that you must invest on Guild of Guardian. Either you're a gamer or you're an investor because maraming way o maraming mga paraan kung paano tayo kikita sa NFT gaming. Not necessarily na marunong tayo maglaro, but kahit kokolekta lang tayo ng NFT and the time na nag-launch na yung game, ibebenta nyo, guaranteed na mag 5 to 10x yung NFT o yung asset ninyo. Basta yung fundamental ng game is maganda. So before that, we're going to shout out yung mga members ng Digital Asset Philippines. So meron na tayong 59,000 members and it's growing every day. So let's go to Guild of Guardian white papers. So here, makikita natin uh, kung gaano ka-bullish ang Guild of Guardian. So pag mag-invest tayo sa isang project, it's very important na basahin natin yung white paper. But i-highlight lang natin yung mga importanteng mga points na nandito. So industry overview. Mobile gaming is a 106 billion industry by revenue, which is bigger than both PC and console combined. So, in this chart, makikita ninyo, way back 2012, mas malaki pa yung revenue ng console and PC. By this time, it's 45% on console and then for PC naman, mga 37%. Anong mobile gaming, nasa 18% lang tayo. But, kung napapansin nyo yung trend, tumataas o lumalaki ng lumalaki yung percentage ng revenue ng mobile gaming. So, by year 2021, it's already 59% of total revenue. So, malaki nga siya compared sa PC and console. So, 59% for mobile gaming, 19% for PC, and 22% for console. So these games are legacy games like Mobile Legends, at kung ano pa yung linalaro natin sa like Game of War, Mobile Strike, Summoner's War. So ito yung mga legacy game. It's not on-chain games. So there's a big difference naman. So we're going to discuss that later. And so, mobile RPG genre. So, merong 296 million na downloads and squad-based RPG is 5.9 billion and year-on-year growth is 50%. That's a lot. So, way back a few weeks ago, naghahanap ako ng mga games na I think magiging maganda paglagyan ng pera year 2022. So, maraming mga magagandang graphics AAA like Guild of Guardians, like Illuvium, and meron ding, I think, Titan Arena yun, parang Mobile Legends, but hindi ko nagustuhan yung tokenomics ng game, kaya hindi ako nag-invest. And when it comes naman sa Illuvium, maganda yung graphics niya, pero ang problema, hindi mo siya malalaro sa mobile. So, kaya hindi ako nag-invest. Maganda kasi pag mobile game, nakita naman natin, that's 59% percentage-wise na revenue na way back 2021. So, last year. So, napakalaki ng kita ng mobile. So, mobile is the future, I think. That's why I invested on Guild of Guardian. So, ito naman yung mga spending per player. So, tingnan nyo lang, ang mga data na to, marami kasi on Guild of Guardian na website. So, tingnan naman natin kung tingnan natin ang yung developers or yung team behind ng Guild of Guardians. So, pinakababa. Okay, there's a team. Guild of Guardians is developed by Stipico Games and published by Immutable. So, Stipico Games, guys, it is a Ukrainian game developer, okay, and designer, artist, and many more. Our core team is highly entrepreneurial with experience in founding startups and taking products and teams from 0 to 1. We also combine deep expertise in NFT, blockchain, and traditional game development. So it's a Ukrainian company. Meron silang 80 designers sa game na to. And these 80 designers is intended only to develop, design Guild of Guardian. Okay? And the team is developed by multiple mobile titles in the strategy and RPG space, which have received more than 5 million downloads. So ganyan kalaki yung Ukrainian developer na to, yung Stipico. Tapos Immutable naman, Immutable is an industry-leading 17 million VC funded blockchain company backed by such investors as Naspers, Galaxy Digital, and Coinbase. So sa Coinbase pa lang, guys. It's a largest exchange company sa US. So very bullish sila sa Immutable na company. There's no reason for us na bearish tayo sa game na to. So kahit nga sila nag-invest, di ba? They are responsible for launching the most successful blockchain trading card game, Gods Unchained. So yan yung Immutable. Headed by Chris Clay, the former director of Magic and the Gathering Arena, Immutable has also developed Immutable X, the first Ethereum layer 2 designed for NFT. So ano nga ba itong Immutable X? Immutable X, guys, is a layer 2 na is designed for NFT. So it is built under Ethereum blockchain. Pero since layer 2 siya, they find way kung paano ma-solve yung problem ng gas fee. Because sometimes if you're trading or you're selling or buying NFT sa Ethereum or you're making a simple transaction, possible na yung ibebenta mo is, or yung bibilhin mo is nasa $10 lang, tapos yung gas fee mo pwedeng umabot yan ng $400. So malaki yung problema ng gas fee sa Ethereum. Kaya gumawa ng paraan ng Immutable X. It's a layer 2. And in this layer, kapag nagtitrade ka, it's free. So yan yung maganda. Why bullish din ako sa Guild of Guardians, kasi sila yung Immutable yung nag-publish ng game na to. So meaning they're the company behind Guild of Guardians. And when you're trading in Guild of Guardians, say for example you're trading an equipment, if it is under layer 1 or Ethereum, ang problema niyan, for example, may bibilhin kang isang item worth $10, tapos yung babayaran mong gas fee is nasa mga 100. So it's not ideal, it's not sustainable. So that's why. And anyway, meron din tayong tinatawag na IMX token. This is a token ng Immutable X na pwede ka rin mag-invest sa token na yan. Another way to invest on Guild of Guardian at some point, kasi sila yung company behind. So here's the partners ng Immutable or ng Guild of Guardian. Ubisoft. So Ubisoft pa lang, they're very famous. If you're going to look at the Play Store, isa sila sa mga maganda yung ratings in terms of games na ginawa nila. It's a developer. Meron Sandbox. So ito rin yung Sandbox is a metaverse under Ethereum blockchain and moving to Polygon Matic. Yes, and there's Yield Guild. It's isa itong decentralized autonomous organization. So it's a company focusing on we call this play to earn. And NRG is a esports, very famous din ito. So grow your base, all of these are which make me very bullish sa game. So previous investors, Apex Capital Partners, Blackpool, Coinbase. Here's Coinbase. So yan, marami pa silang mga partnerships. So in terms naman sa Discord, guys, ito yung achievement nila in terms of social media. Meron silang Twitter followers na 50,000 by now, because this is old data. Meron na silang 100 plus 100,000 na Twitter followers, and Discord members is 120,000. So yan yung white paper. So I suggest na kung you're serious on investing in this game, punta kayo sa website guildofguardians.com, tapos hanapin niyo yung white paper, tapos basahin niyo. Nandito rin yung tokenomics or token distribution niya. Makikita nyo dyan. So, total supply is 1 billion. So, 1 billion lang yung total supply. Player rewards, 35%. Community development, 28%. Developers, 20%. Guardians Corporation, 6%. Public sales, 6%. Private sale, 5%. So, okay yung tokenomics niya. Tapos, ang maganda dito, unlike Axie Infinity, yung sa Axie kasi may dalawang token. Merong SLP, tapos yung Axie nga coin. So, dito naman sa Guild of Guardian, yung gems, yung ibig sabihin ng gems, yan yung ma-earn mo through playing the game. Pero, i-convert mo yung gems into GOG or GOG, or Guild of Guardian coin. So, iisa lang yung coin. So, unlike Axie, dalawa. So, tingnan natin yung pre-alpha gameplay niya sa YouTube kung gaano kaganda. Yan yung pre-alpha gameplay niya. So yung game is I think plano nila mag-launch late first quarter of this year. So March, maybe on March. Pero yung beta testing nila is I think third quarter. Tapos next year for sure maila-launch na nila yung full game. And so nakita niyo doon, meron tayong yung gameplay niya may 4 na hero. So titingnan natin. So may 4 na hero na gagamitin mo. So it's free to play. So if you don't have money, meron siyang free na hero na pwede niyo gamitin, common hero na ibibigay sa inyo during the game. Tapos pwede niyo gamitin. But if you want to enjoy the game to its fullest, mas maganda na may 4 kayo na hero. And currently, yung price ng rare hero is only $36 US. So, ganun. So, kailangan nyo ng 4 na hero. So, highly recommend din na gumamit kayo ng pet. So, I'll show you yung iba't ibang klase ng pet. Yung pet din, nasa ganyang range lang. Mura pa. For now, kasi hindi pa nag-launch yung game. Tapos, kailangan nyo rin ng energy boosters. Hindi nyo naman talaga kailangan ng energy boosters, but yung energy booster kasi sa legacy game, ibibilhin nyo. So, for example, in legacy game, maglalaro kayo for 3 hours straight, tapos nahubusan kayo ng energy. You want to play more, you need to buy sa Play Store. So, parang ganun. Here in Guild of Guardian, yung energy boosters is naka-token. So, tokenized siya. Kung may energy booster ka, hindi yan nauubos. But every day, may limit lang. So, na-extend nyo. For example, mayroon lang kayong 3 days na gameplay. Tapos, wala kayong energy booster. Pero pag may energy booster kayo, possible na magiging 4 hours yun. So, may extra 1 hour kayo to accumulate and to play more. So, currently, meron tayong 35 na heroes. Alright? Tapos, every hero, meron tayong tinatawag na faction. So, merong empire, yun yung mga mukhang tao. Yung glade, naman yung parang mga elves. Tapos, meron tayong horde. Okay, yung mga orcs. Tingnan. Tapos, aside from factions, meron din tayong tinatawag na elements. So, meron tayong water, fire, earth, dark, and light. And meron din tayong mga class na melee, range, mage. Tatlong class natin. So, for example, okay, sa legendary, sa empire, sa legendary, may 3 legendary lang sa empire. Si Cyrus, which is melee, and yung element niya is fire. Tapos si Freya, Melee din siya. Element niya is Earth. Tavrus, yung class niya is Mage. Tapos yung element naman niya is Dark. So, yan yung chart. Tapos dito naman sa Horde, meron tayong yung rarity niya. Si Tikor, rare siya. Tapos under siya sa Melee. Tapos Horde siya din yan. Meron din isang chart dito na mas madali tingnan. So, screenshot nyo lang kung magbibili na kayo para makita nyo kung ano yung mga different na. So, sa Legendary, meron lamang 8 na Legendary, pero since it's an old chart, actually 9 na ito. Meron tayong NRG na hero. Hindi na add dito. Pero yun lang yun, 9 tayong epic, tapos yung mga rare, maraming rare. So ang tanong, bakit, ano yung pagkakaiba ng legendary, epic, and rare? So, legendary is 10% is stronger than epic, which is 10% is stronger than rare. Tapos, in terms of scarcity naman, mas kukonti lang yung legendary, kaya mas mahal siya sa market. So, you only need 4 heroes, but then kung gusto niyo na mas flexible yung lineup ng squad ninyo, bumili kayo ng maraming hero. Tapos para pwede niyo, depende kasi sa dungeon 'yan. So for example, punta kayo sa fire dungeon. Tapos ano nga ba yung mas maganda pag fire dungeon? So pwede kayo pumili ng mga water elements na mga hero para mas meron siyang buff, mas malakas siya compared sa mga fire na mga monster. So parang ganun yung strategy ng ng game, ng gameplay niya. So kung nakapili na kayo ng 4 na heroes, kuha kayo ng isang energy booster to extend your game time every day. Tapos kuha kayo ng pet. Ito naman yung pet niya. Founders pets. So anyways, yung mga NFT na na-release na ngayon is founders NFTs, meaning hindi na sila magre-release ng ganitong type ng NFT sa Guild of Guardian. So next na mga release nila is parang common na parang common na mga NFT. So lalaki talaga yung value ng founders kasi sila yung first na mint naman nga NFT. Tapos when it comes naman sa minting, tapos na natin sila i-mint. So kahit ako hindi ako nakabili ng NFT during mint time kasi medyo late na ako. So bumili ako sa Immutable X na website o secondary market. It's still cheap at current price kasi hindi pa nag-start yung game. So expected na huge upside ang mangyayari when the game launch. So I suggest if you're planning to invest in the game, invest now while it's cheap. And not a financial advice, pero I can't find any game na mas maganda dito sa Guild of Guardian so far. So kaya ako nag-invest. So ito yung founders pets. Meron tayong 3 klase ng pets. Mayroong workers, scouts, and hunters. So yung pagkakaiba nila is yung workers may passive generation of crafting resources, scouts increase dungeon item drop chance, and then hunters increase dungeon completion rewards. So meron din siyang rarity, legendary, epic, rare, and common. Okay? So ang pinakamura it's yung common na pet. So you don't need to spend much sa pets. You can only pick one kasi isa lang naman yung magagamit ng squad nyo. So if you're planning to ape into the game and you're planning to, kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na scholarship programs in the future for sure. So yung isa sa mga passive income na pwede nating gawin dito sa game is you buy pets and heroes now, and pag nag-launch na yung game, hanap kayo ng mga scholars, tapos split nyo 50-50 o ano yung mapag-usapan ninyo. I think it's like an Axie way. So malaki yung passive income niya pag na-manage nyo yung scholars niyo ng mabuti. Tapos, isa pa, in Guild of Guardian, kailangan ninyo na sumali sa guild. So, not necessarily na sasali talaga kayo, but to enjoy more game content like or game rewards, you need to join the guild. Kasi yung mangyayari dito, for example, member kayo ng isang guild, tapos pumunta kayo sa dungeon. Yung reward ng na makukuha nyo sa dungeon, you cannot hindi kayo pwede makapag-forge ng new equipment pag wala kayong guild. So, kailangan meron talaga kayong guild. Tapos, you going to help na gumawa ng equipment through your guild. Tapos, pag nakagawa na kayo, nakabuo kayo, yung equipment naman, or item, pupunta siya diretso sa secondary market. Tapos, pag nabenta yun, yung i-split ninyo sa guild members, sa mga guild members. So, nakadepende din kung ano yung contribution ninyo, kung how much naman yung marireceive ninyo. So, it's like cooperative game, unlike Axie. So, yan, yung legendary natin, si Cadmus, mahal na to ngayon, Celine, Lucius. So, ako wala akong legendary, pero meron akong epic na mga pets, and rares also common pets. So, depende na lang sa budget ninyo. So, I think that's it for now. Next video kong gagawin is about how to buy or connect your MetaMask wallet sa Immutable X marketplace. So, ito yung faction na sinasabi ko sa inyo. Merong Empire, Glade, Horde, Class. Ito yun. So, yan. Ito naman yung about sa guild. Okay. Sa Adventurous Guild, meron lamang 20 members. Tapos, pag ikaw yung may-ari ng guild, meron kang 1% na first cut. Pag naka-forge kayo, nakabuo kayo ng isang equipment. Tapos, pag Warriors Guild naman, 30 guild members, 2.5% naman yung makukuha pag ikaw yung guild owner. Legends, 40, and 5%. Mythic, 50 members, and 10%. So, yan. Meron din tayong tinatawag na guild na competition kung sino yung the best na guild in one season. Para meron siyang hierarchy din. So, maganda ang game. So, that's it for now. See you in my next video. Bye!